Hello, hello, how is everybody doing? I'm going to do a commentary on a commentary, but I'm going to try something maybe and see if it works because I got to read a verse and I got to change windows, so I got to see if this thing still works while I'm reading the verse. Anyways, if you may or may not be familiar with Tovia Singer. He's I guess a founder for Outreach Judaism or something like that. Um, but I I see him as a like a shield for the Judaic or the Judaism faith, and not that. Shalom, everybody. Erica, Jeremy. Not that he's the only one. He's not the only um, say apologist for Judaism or teacher of Judaism, but he's maybe one of the most effective at defending Judaism. And I don't know, may or may not like this, but I think he's very skilled and crafty at doing it. But anyways, when he's talking about our our reading of Micah 5:2, he says that the translators changed the text, and so let me go ahead and read it so we can get an idea. Says, but you, Bethlehem Ephratah, though you are small among the clans of Judah, out of you will come for me one who is to be ruler over Israel, whose origins are from ancient times. Okay, so let me get back here if I can find my way back. Is it still working? Okay, it's still working, I guess. So now I just read the Bible verse correctly. Of course, he is picking on other translations that don't translate it correctly, and he'll say, "Well, they translated it from the days of forever," and it's true that a lot of them do or used to translate them from the days of forever, but then when we have a translation that does correct it, he says, "I don't know why they did that." I don't know. For some reason, they translated the way it's supposed to be. But anyways, which was kind of humorous. But anyways, he says that, and the thing is, he's quite crafty, but he'll go on and talk about it and talk about it and talk about it. And he says they need to be put in jail. They need, the King James needs to be put in jail. The text needs to be put in jail, and these people did a horrible thing. They mistranslated it and everything. But then all you have to do is look at the corrected translation where it says from days of old. But if you keep listening to him, you'll think one thing. But if you look at the text and read the verse, you can see it saying another thing. So let me go. every time you listen to him, he makes it think like he's got a point, and every time you read the text, you see it saying something else. So here we go. Let's go ahead and read it again. But for you, Bethlehem Ephratah, though you are small among the clans of Judah, out of you will come one for me who will be ruler over Israel. Okay, so we have one coming out of Judah, out of Bethlehem, who's going to be a ruler over Israel, whose origins are from old, from ancient times. Now, how is this a normal, ordinary ruler, human king? That's my question, and it's clear. But then, Tovia Singer keeps on going. Oh, but they translated it wrong. They got it wrong. And Matthew, you know, continued. He went and cut out. He actually didn't. He stopped at Matthew. Actually stops before it even talks about from ancient times, from of old, and didn't even write it in there or finish the quote. And he said something else. He said, "He'll be a shepherd over my people." And then Tovia says, "Oh, he cut out the text and he put something else in there." And so, uh, but anyways, let me see if I'm still here. Still here. Okay. But anyways, I've been following Tovia Singer for like 30 years now or more, and he's very gifted, very intelligent, knows New Testament, Old Testament, knows of course Hebrew and the Greek, and he knows how to make an argument. He knows, you know, if you listen to him talk, he'll just keep on talking and talking and talking and say, "Oh, this is a travesty. It's a shame. It's horrible what they did." But if you go back to the verse and see what the verse says, it says a very, it's very clear in what it says. And that's why Jesus actually said, "Before Abraham, I was." So to me, that is tying himself to the Micah 5:2 prophecy, which says, let's read it again, which says, "Out of you will come one for me who will be ruler over Israel, whose origins are from old, from ancient times." So when Jesus said, "Before Abraham was, I am," to me, he's identifying himself as being this ruler who is over Israel from ancient times. So it's still, even with even if you do get the translation correct, which is the one I just read is correct, it's still talking about a ruler that's not an ordinary human being, and it's very clear. But thanks for your participation today, and God bless. And sometimes people can feel intimidated with rabbis who know Hebrew and know the text, but they're basically being dishonest, and they're calling us dishonest, and they're saying we changed the text. But if you correct the text, it's still saying something that he's not saying. So he's still hiding what the facts are. He's still trying to, you know, cover up and, telling people, look over here, look over there, look over here, look over here, instead of looking at what the text says. If you look at what the text says, it clearly says that he's not an ordinary ruler of Israel. God bless everybody. Everybody have a great weekend, rest of the weekend, and I'll see you next time, God willing.